Josh over at PolyGuy Studio has released a challenge to use Blender 1.8 to make the donut. First version of Blender that I used was 2.49 to 2009. We are going way back to 2003. Amazing. So first of all, we can see that we've got a different icon. Blender 1.8 is only 2 meg. So first thing that's really annoying is we have got trackball rotation. You can pull down this top bar and hopefully we're going to be able to change some things. So I'm going to turn off trackball. There we go. So this top bar, this is the same as we used to have in 2.49. Great, our number keys still work. Okay, we've got it in rotation. Oh, there's no scaling. Oh, the zoom is weird. You can't scroll to zoom. So you control middle click and drag to zoom in and out. Oh, it's right click select. So this is something that a lot of people who are new to Blender won't know, but everything used to be right click select. Left click just moves the 3D cursor. There we go. 5 toggles perspective. We didn't used to have collections, we had these view layers. And yeah, so M still brings that up. Oh, interesting. So we have a graph editor, like a scene node. I did not know that we used to have like a complete outline and node tree. So first thing I want to do is add a torus. So I'm going to go A to select everything, X to delete all, Shift A, add a new, this is weird, a new mesh. Okay, we do not have toruses. So it looks like Shift A brings up all of our objects. I'm going to add a mesh cylinder. Oh no, does it view dependent? Okay, 7, Shift A, cylinder. I'm gonna go for 12. Not being able to zoom in is such a pain. Oh, space also brings up this menu, that's cool. Right click select, delete these vertices, select all, Alt E, that did not do what I wanted. E, extrude, that's, oh fuck, what have I done? Control Z does not seem to be working. Can we box select? You can like brush select with B and it's glitching, but you can also B twice brings up the brush select and B once brings up the box select. I really want some modifiers. I can't remember if we have any. I really want a subdivide surface. Excellent. Wait, did that do anything? Oh, bollocks. Oh, and I can't undo. If I smooth, oh yes. Guess what I could have done was to make a circle and then screw it. Maybe I'll just try that for process. Oh my god, this is difficult. Just everything that we take for granted now was so hard. In front view, I'm going to add a circle with 12. Press 7 to go to top view. Need to go 360 degrees. 110, 16 steps. I'm going to spin it. Select all, remove doubles. Press smooth a few times just to get that a little bit bigger in the middle. Is there a way to draw smooth mesh? There is a way to do it. Okay. Oh look, it's actually kind of subdivided it. I just need the top view faces. I'm going to Shift E to duplicate them. Right click P to separate. And now I'm going to select these again. And then I'm going to extrude them. This is so janky. Up slightly, bigger slightly. It's got a little hat. It's really difficult with this version of Blender to actually make anything. I want to put it on a plate. Oh dear, that's not right. Oh yeah, we have parenting. Extrude. Scale. Extrude. I really want to make a supporting cut. Okay, well, I'll just pretend it's intentional. I'm going to need to add a camera. Leave over. Yes. Please don't crash. So we have our camera set up now. I would like an area lamp. Do we have any of those? Oh no, we don't. We just have lamps. Go for a slightly warmer color. I'm going to have one on the left and I'm going to duplicate one, put it up on the front, on the left, right click select. Keep forgetting. And I'm going to put one on the back edge so that we get a bit of rim light. Now if I hit F12, this is a little bit difficult because it's off my screen. So first of all, we have no shadows. Do I need to bake shadows? So you just tip this down a little bit just so that we got more of the donut in our safe area. Oh shit, don't left click. Let's start putting some materials on thing. We want a white plate, please. Okay, this is a lot more complicated than I thought. Okay, so this is saying how hard the reflection should be. So let's go up to the actual donut, add a new one. Oh, I'm gonna need to add sprinkles as well, aren't I? Almost no specularity. We want it to be soft. And we want the color to be slightly around the color wheel, fairly saturated, maybe less saturated. Can we put a texture on this? Let's use clouds, orange. There we go. So now if we go back here, okay, so that's starting to look like something, although we do seem to be working on the plate. Pink icing, it wants to have a hard reflection. The nice thing is about this, that it renders immediately. Maybe it wants to have a little bit of emission. We don't have any subsurface scattering, so maybe just a little bit. Use hard noise. If we just pop back into our material, we're not going to be using it for color, we're going to be using it for reflection. I'm going to use it for normal as well, but I don't know. It doesn't look like a normal map. Okay, that looks bad. Final thing we want to do is we want to add some sprinkles. Okay, well, we've got it at a weird angle, but at least we've got it. Gonna make them nice, long, thin ones. Gonna hop into definitely not what I was expecting that to look like. Gonna subdivide twice. We could just smooth these down. So you can constrain rotation, but you can't constrain scaling. And I'm gonna just make 3 with different materials. Just gonna have to duplicate a bunch of these. Quite aware that all of these are gonna need positioning manually, so I don't want to do too many. These are all above, which means that we can just position them and then move them down. Obviously, I'm really interested in proceduralism, and there just wasn't a lot of proceduralism back these days. There wasn't really any way to automate. You know, you could script. There's a scripting workspace in here. Yeah, in terms of like visually being able to program stuff like we do with nodes these days, you know, just trying to texture things there. You have a lot of things which aren't even whole words and have no tooltips. If you think how hard people say it is these days to learn Blender, man, if you were learning it back in these days, I did this on an 11-inch netbook, an Acer Aspire 1, mostly with a trackpad for a long time, learning in Blender 2.49, so there were definitely improvements by 2.49, loads of them. It was, you know, 6 years later than this version, this 1.8 version. I want to do something with my world settings. I really want to be able to give myself an HDRI. Texturing, world texture, is an environment map. I'm going to load an image. Does not look like it recognizes HDRIs. Wow, stars. Amazing. Oversampling, this is our anti-aliasing. Oh wow, 1280 by 1024 was full res. Wow, look at that. Don't seem to be able to actually save this. Oh, is it F3? It is, it's F3. Oh my god, I can't believe I just remembered that. So this has been my attempt at the Blender 1.8 challenge. Just crazy to see just how far Blender has developed. There we go, that's my attempt. If you want to get involved with the 1.8 challenge, I've dropped a link down in the description below for where you can download it. Make sure you tag Josh. He's on Twitter at PolyGuy Studio, and I'm on there as Erindale_XYZ. Hope you've enjoyed this. I'll catch you next time.